Hey guys, Dylan here again from BR Consulting. So I wanted to do a short video on some tweaks and tips and tricks that you can do with your Ubuntu or Debian VMs in Proxmox. So one of the first things that I really like doing is enabling the serial terminal or serial console in the VMs. Mostly because, unlike in containers, you can't directly access a shell if you don't have a network connection to open an SSH shell. So you basically can't copy and paste stuff onto the VM console. Now this allows you to do that exactly like a container. So what you're going to want to do first is you're going to log into your server. And then you're going to use this command, QEMU set, then the VM ID, and then serial 0 socket. And then on the guest, what that's going to do is it's going to add a serial port to your hardware section with the socket property on it. And then after you've done that, what you're going to be able to do is go into the VM, create a file in the etc init directory named ttys0.conf, and then add this stuff into it, which should end up looking something like this, right? And then once you've done that, once you've added all these arguments onto that file, you can go ahead and go into the etc default grub file and add these arguments. Once you've done that, you can update grub. So basically do an update grub if it's Debian based or Red Hat based, a grub2 mkconfig with the grub cfg output file. And then you can reboot the VM, and it's going to allow you to open a console within TTYS0 instead of having the normal, like the screen, and you can't paste anything into it. So that is the first tweak that I really like doing to the VMs. Another small thing that I like to do in all my VMs, including especially on the template, because then you're going to clone from that VM on and on, is to add the QEMU agent package. It's the QEMU guest agent package. So basically, if you are in a VM, all you gotta do is go here and do apt install QEMU guest. Well, it doesn't autocomplete because I don't have it enabled in this shell apparently. But you do just apt install QEMU guest agent -y, and of course here it's already installed, so it's gonna do nothing. But you install that, and once you've installed it, you can just restart the VM, or actually shut it down, and then go to the options section, QEMU guest agent, and then enable it, and then you can start the VM. And what that allows you is to get network data like the IP address and mask and all of that stuff from the GUI itself, and you're also going to be able to send a shutdown or reset message to the QEMU guest agent itself in the VM instead of using the like as if they were the physical buttons of the VM. So that's another thing. And then the third thing that I really like to do on VMs is activating trimming. Now, this is pretty useful, pretty important, because you generally want to discard whatever sectors of the VM disk you're not using, so that your backups don't end up costing you a lot of disk space when you actually are not using that much space in the VM. So for that, I'm going to leave a link in the description on how to do it. which leads to this document, which basically is how to enable FSTRIM inside the Linux VMs, and how to do it in Windows VMs. Now here I'm just going to cover the Linux VMs because that's what the video is about, but if you want to know about Windows VMs and how to do it there, you can also check it out in that document. Basically all you got to do is enable the FSTRIM timer in systemd and start that timer, and then all you got to do if you want to do it manually for the first time is do FSTRIM AV. Now, you're also going to want to change the following things in the hardware section of the VM. You're going to want to detach your disk and reattach it as a VirtIO SCSI, not a VirtIO block. And then you're going to want to enable the discard option. So basically, I'm going to do it with a new disk because the VM is on, but you want to add it as a SCSI, VirtIO SCSI, and then select the discard section, and there you go. That should allow you to do the FS streaming and have way lighter backups on your storage. So that is about it, guys. Those are just a few short tips, tricks, and stuff that I like to set up on my VMs. Hopefully it's useful for you, and have a nice day.